The dictionary definition of a braid is a length of hair made up of 3 or more interlaced strands. Braids are often seen as both a classy and practical way to style one's hair, yet they are also seen as elusive and time-consuming, as it takes much time and practice to learn how to master braids. Braids have been around for thousands of years in many different cultures around the world, and each braid has their own importance and their own significance. Despite the intricacy of braids and the time it takes to learn them, there are many simple braids that one can master, the most basic of them having only 5 steps. The first step is to begin with detangled hair, having ran a comb through it to ensure that all strands are separated. How smoothly your hair braids depends on your hair type. For instance, it is always recommended that dry hair is what is used to braid with. How thick your hair is also depends on how smoothly and neatly your hair will braid. Hair that is oily and has a bit more texture will hold hair better than fine or thin hair will. Once the hair has been successfully detangled, the next step is to then divide it into 3 parts on whichever side of the scalp it is that you are going to braid it. After these 3 parts have been divided into even and equal sections, all 3 parts are taken into the hands, and the next step is to take the right strand and to cross it over the center, rotating the strands through the fingers while keeping them separate. The next step is to take the left strand and cross it over the previously right strand, which is now the center strand, once again rotating it through the fingers and keeping all strands separate. This process is then repeated all down the length of the hair until the ends of the hair are reached, where it is secured with a hair tie to maintain the structure of the braid. Braids have many benefits, including the reduction of damage. According to a 2010 article written by Alexa Karksmar and others for Northwestern University, a study published in the Archives of Dermatology says any style that has too much tension and traction on the hair can possibly lead to scarring hair damage. The article then goes on to recommend how styles such as looser braids in different locations of the scalp help both keep it back and reduce hair damage, as opposed to hair that is left down and free. Sleeping in loose braids is also beneficial to hair, as it also helps reduce friction between the hair shaft and the pillowcase. Hair that is frizzy or curly is often recommended to be kept in loose braids as well, as it helps keep the size manageable and retain moisture. Another prevalent benefit of hair braiding, besides reducing damage, is the practicality. An article on All Things Hair by Unilever, published on May 24th of 2020, written by Beth L., says that loose but practical hairstyles, such as loose braids, help reduce scalp tension, in turn preventing hair loss and stress. Practical hairstyles are good for resolving tensions of all kinds, such as tension of the head, scalp, neck, and mental tensions. Many people find it a lot easier to go about their day with their hair secured in a healthy and practical manner. Though a braid may take time, it is certainly worth it to those who wish to seek healthier and more practical hair. Not only does this help reduce stress and keep your hair healthier, it also helps preserve the culture of hair that has been around for thousands of years. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this speech informative.